Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for hopping on tonight's meeting. Will not be before you long. We're going to review details from March newsletter, a couple of other things that are coming up pretty quickly, and then leave the last few minutes of time for questions. If you don't want to unmute yourself, that's totally fine. You can type your question in the chat, or as I am sharing the details, if a question comes to you and you don't want to forget, you can type it in the chat, and then I'll go back and review questions or comments or anything that was left in our chat for tonight's meeting. So let me pull up March newsletter. So thank you to everyone who has been, submitting your payments for costumes. We have this week and next week to finish that up. That gives us time to start ordering costumes right after we get back from spring break. And this gives us time to, if for whatever reason something is delayed in shipment, or if we get a costume that doesn't fit well, whatever, we'll have time to send it back to the company, get alterations or whatever else we may need to make sure that your baby's costume looks good, feels good, and they're able to move the way that they need to for their performance. So just a reminder that the last day to submit payments for costume fees is next Sunday, the 29th. Our popcorn fundraiser. Okay, so there's been a little bit of confusion with the dates, and so I want to kind of clarify that. Our peak selling time has been from now until today. So today is technically our last day for sales. The way that this the fundraiser company that we're working with now, you can still make online orders until March 29th, provided that those orders are being shipped directly to you. So the way that the representative explained it to me, the the items for sale are listed twice on the page, at the top and at the bottom. So the top, if I'm remembering correctly, the top is for items that will be shipped with the studio order, and then we just distribute to the families. You take it home and give it to mom, grandma, whoever purchased on your dancer's behalf. And then the second listing of those same products at the bottom is for direct shipping. And so if their supporters are willing to pay the extra shipping fee, then it goes directly to them, which works great for family members who want to support, but they don't necessarily live nearby, then they can choose that order. So if I'm understanding correctly, those are the orders that can still be processed online. Just let your supporters know to try to get those purchases in as quickly as possible, because the longer we hold the fundraiser open, the longer it's going to take for the company to tabulate or calculate all of the tuition discounts. So we won't be able to process those tuition discounts for you all probably until May at this point, because April tuition is already being processed. So just let your family supporters, neighbors, whoever know to try to get those in as quickly as possible so that they can get their items and so you can get your tuition discounts. I've seen that some of our dancers are doing fantastic with just selling all the popcorn. So we appreciate you all who are, really working diligently to get that done. I'm really, really enjoying this new popcorn company that we've chosen for this go round. So I feel good about us working with them for a bit longer. As I said before, we're coming up on spring break soon. So that starts Sunday the 5th, which is Easter. And then we are out for that entire week. So no classes on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which is our normal rehearsal days. And then classes resume that following Sunday. So no classes on Sunday the 5th for Easter, and all of the rest of that week. We come back on Sunday the 12th. I think I just said 13th. It's actually Sunday the 12th. So there's a little typo in our March newsletter. I'll update it in our April newsletter so we have those correct dates. Also, for those of you who are unaware, we are starting a competition team for next season. So we're hoping to launch that competition team in the fall, which means we are starting auditions now. We were originally going to have comp team auditions on Friday, the 27th of March. We are actually pushing that out a little bit more till Friday, May 1st. So we are going to uh, so you should have seen that update in the weekly text today. Thank you for all the families who are reading. I know the texts are long. I'm trying to keep them as succinct as possible, no more than like 5 or 6 pieces of information. But as we get closer to showcase season, there's going to be some really important information. So even if the text messages are long, please make sure you read them weekly. Some of them are repeats because I know, science just tells us some people need to see things multiple times before it gets in their brain. So I want to make sure with everything I know you guys have going on that you have those reminders that you need. So it's not that I don't have new things to let you guys know about. I try to give you guys as far in advance notice as possible for when things are coming up and send reminders that way. If for whatever reason you couldn't get to it that week, you'll have a little bit more cushion time to address those things and make sure that everybody's on the same page and on point for things that need to happen for the studio to run effectively and efficiently. Um, which is why you have advance notice for our photo shoot. Our photo shoot is Sunday, April 26th at the studio. So we normally take a Sunday where, every classes would run as normal, so as to not create an extra day where families have to make it to the studio and do all the extra work of coming on an additional day. So it's going to be so much fun. I want to show you guys like some ideas or some examples of what our photo shoot has looked like in previous years, so you have an idea, especially since we have so many new families. So what happens is the $50 fee covers your group shots. It also covers any editing or whatever that the photographer needs to do. And then every family will get a group shot of all of the classes that their dancer participates. So if you're in ballet, if you're in jazz, if you're in hip hop, you will get all of those photos. And then the additional fee is for any families who want individual shots of their dancer. So let's see, I'm gonna pull up some pictures from previous photo shoots so you can get an idea of what the photo shoot's gonna look like. And share. So here's one of our individual shots, and then going through additional individuals and then group shots. So we'll have some in leotards and then others in t-shirts and then a couple outtakes because our dancers love taking weird photos. They were like, let's do some JCPenney shots because they're funny. So that's an idea of the group shots and the individual shots that you can expect from the photo shoot. So the photo shoot fee covers all of the group shots for your dancer, and then that additional, if you want to get individual shots for your dancer, you fill out the form that I gave you guys in our weekly news. Click that link, and I will send that over to our photographer so she knows how many individual shots she'll be taking for each age group. So we are going to do our photo shoot broken down in age groups. So our youngest dancers are Shining Stars. Their section will be from 2 to 3 p.m. And then our superstars, theirs is from 3 to 4. And then our oldest dancers, our showstoppers, are from 4 to 5. Once the dancers have finished their time slot for their age group, they are free to go. The oldest dancers, so our juniors and our senior showstoppers, they are actually going to stay at the studio after their photo shoot time frame because they will finish the day with their normally scheduled classes. So that's another reason why we do the photo shoot so late in the season. We spend, all of our Sundays making sure that our choreography is good. And so for the younger dancers, their last Sunday in April will be the photo shoot. The older girls, they will do the photo shoot and still have their regularly scheduled class time. I am finalizing all of our makeup classes this week, so I have not forgotten. It's just been a crazy time, and I was not expecting for us to have to do any additional makeup classes. So I needed a few more days just to figure out where I can place those makeup classes, because our schedule is jam-packed, pretty tight. So I should have that for you all by tomorrow. And just check your group chat for those dates of which class, which makeup day. And that is going to be in addition to their normally scheduled class. So makeup classes, if they're on a Sunday, or if their normal class is on a Sunday, their makeup class may be on a different day. I'm going to try to keep it as close as possible to like what their normal schedule is. And so I totally understand if we schedule for a day that doesn't work for your schedule, but I will try my best to accommodate as many people as possible so you can get so your dancer can get that makeup class. If for whatever reason you're unable to make it to our makeup classes, we are going to start recording our choreography for our classes and post that on our YouTube channel. This is something that we started during the pandemic, of course, when we could only have virtual classes, but we had a lot of parents who really enjoyed it. So we've been keeping it going. We record the choreography that the dancers are working on for each class. We upload it to our YouTube channel, share the link with you all so dancers can practice at home. It also gives you an opportunity to see what we're working on in class, ask any questions that you have, like what's the music, things like that. So all of those things will be included in the video when we share it on our YouTube channel. We should have that up for you all before we go on spring break. That way, dancers can use that time to rehearse, to make sure that things are fresh in their memory when we come back to finish up the choreography for our spring showcase. Any questions so far? I've shared a lot of information. Double check the chat to see. Yes, so all of our classes will be rescheduled. I will try to keep it as close as possible to what their original schedule was. And I'll keep you guys updated. I should have that in the next day or so. And for costume fees. So the way that our system is set up for Jackrabbit, if you go into Parent Portal, you should see your total fee, which includes tuition and costumes. I wish it broke it down so that you could see tuition fee versus costume fee. But for whatever reason, the system just doesn't do that. So if you all need a breakdown of what's tuition versus what's a costume fee, and then when it's due, feel free to either send me an email or text message, and I can send you the breakdown of what your individual fees are if it's not clear in the parent portal because it combines all fees together into like one total sum. Any other questions? I can just cover everything in the chat.
Sorry. Yes. Hi. How much is the showcase ticket?
So each ticket is 22 in advance and it's 25 the day of. So I'm gonna share Eventbrite link with you all. It'll be shared with you all in your in the weekly text that I send you all. It will also be on our website. Actually, I can share that as well. Let me see.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. So let me pull that up really quick for those who haven't seen
Can
this.
I ask?
Oh,
Oh, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
the dancers get any tickets? Like, you know how they do for graduation? They might get like 3 to 4 tickets for family, and then everybody else gotta pay.
No, so it's every family pays every all the audience members pays, including the parents. So tickets are for everyone to their first come, first serve, but we have a really big theater, so we don't normally run out of seating space. And it's an unlimited number of tickets for families. So it literally just first come, first serve. Most families buy anywhere between 2 to 10 tickets. Average is like 4 or 5. But yeah, each
You want to
family.
start? Yeah, my finger.
nothing.
What?
I've been to.
Okay, so showcase. All right, sharing. Okay, so for this is the section of our website that lets you know everything that's going on regarding Showcase. So you go to mainattractiondance.com and then you click the Showcase tab, and it should you should see this screen pop up either on your laptop or phone, however you get to the website. So practice videos. These they have not been updated, but here's just an idea of what you can expect when you get there. So once we update the playlist for this semester, you'll see all of the practice videos for each class. And so you just scroll down to your dancers videos, and you can have like an on-demand class at home and practice, help them practice with that. Tickets, you'll get the link here. So yeah, this is from our Christmas show. So all of this needs to be updated, but this is just how to navigate it, and this should be updated within the next week or so. And then for any families, if you are looking at, if you want to just be nostalgic or just see things that we have done previously, we have a list of all of the showcases that we've done previously, so you can see those full videos here. And then we do virtual programs in our effort to, be more green. We don't print programs anymore. We do virtual. You'll get some information in April about if you are interested in posting a little ad for your dancer, like a message and a picture to say, hey, we're so proud of you. We'll have that option for families as well. And I'll share more details about that in the April newsletter, which you all should get in the next week or so. I try to give it a few days before the month starts. So if you have any questions, you can have that time to reach out to me to seek clarity. When you have some time, I will also encourage everybody to check out our FAQs or frequently asked questions regarding Showcase. So how can I purchase tickets? What does my dancer have to wear? Is there anything else that they need? What if my dancers' costumes don't fit? So the most common things that we experience as we get into showcase season, most of those questions are answered, excuse me, in that FAQ section. And then once we have showcase, we are going right into our summer session. Really, really excited about our summer options this year. So we have two options for summer camp. The first option is our Dazzle camp. So Dazzle is an acronym that stands for Dance, Social Skills, and Literacy. So it's an all-day camp from June 22nd to July 17th. It's a 4-week camp. So during the morning, We will have a reading curriculum. Dancers will read books and complete activities based on things or like take-home messages that we want them to remember from the book, which also helps combat summer learning loss. As an educator, it's important to me to create opportunities where our babies are still, learning and growing during the summer so that when they get back to the school year, they're able to hit the ground running and retain all of that amazing knowledge and skills that they learned the previous school year. So Dazzle Camp, like I said, June 22nd to July 17th, reading program in the morning, and then the afternoon is ballet, jazz, and hip hop classes. It's $195 a week, and it covers, everything that they will need for their time. At the camp. And we also have Sunday summer camp options if for whatever reason your dancer doesn't fit the age range for Dazzle, which is 7 to 14, or if you're traveling, you're not sure you'll be able to commit to the full 4-week camp. For whatever reason, we have some Sunday classes, also available during the summertime. So very similar to the schedule that we have now. So we will offer ballet, jazz, acro, and hip hop from June 7th to July 19th. Yeah, those are the dates. I have sent an updated form for you all. Initially, I sent you a form to let me know your summer plans. I also, so I have created a new form because we also have some clarity issues regarding like what the camps mean and all of that. So this new form gives more detail about the summer camp. It also allows you to indicate whether you want whether you want your dancer to take summer classes and what options you want for fall as well. So for families who will be out for summer, we want to make sure that we have you included for fall as well. This is the first semester where we have gotten like at least 20 or 30 new kids. And so we want to give all of our current families priority registration. So let me know what your plans are for your dancers to take class summer and fall so that we know how many spots we want to kind of reserve for the families who are already involved in main attraction classes, which will give us how many more classes we can, reach out to when we're doing our social media ads and summer events to sign new families up for class, making sure that we have your spots already reserved. So make sure you complete that form and we'll make sure to get you situated according to what your summer or fall plans are regarding main attraction classes. Last thing, just so we have it in the back of our minds, dress rehearsal for our spring showcase will be Sunday, May 17th. From 12:30 to 4 at Parma Snow Library. Easiest address, 2121 Snow Road. Dancers must be dropped off by 12:30 to prepare. And then our spring showcase happens Saturday, May 23rd at the same location. So we do our dress rehearsal about a week before showcase happens because between the time of dress rehearsal and showcase, we use that last week of classes to, work out any kinks that we've seen on stage, formations, choreography, just make sure everything is, right and tight, ready to go for our showcase. So as we're getting into April and May classes, we really, really want to make sure that dancers are able to attend every class each week on time, properly dressed, because we're getting into crunch time. And we want to make sure that all of our dancers are able to give their best performance. They know exactly what's going on, where they're supposed to be. They feel good and they're excited about, performing on stage, and they have their stuff tight. So much so that if any dancer misses any April or May classes outside of like a major emergency, they run the risk of not being able to participate in spring showcase. This is a policy that we unfortunately had to put in place. We had an instance where there were a number of kids missing for one class, and then when we got to showcase, it didn't come together the way that we wanted. The kids were upset, the parents were upset. And so we put this in place to make sure that everybody is really ready and like performance ready for these classes, which means they have to be here every week. on time, ready to go, so that the showcase looks great and we have fond memories of it. And I think that is pretty much it. All right, going back to the chat, and then if there's anything that wasn't discussed in the chat, then I will leave a few minutes for for you all to ask me any clarifying questions. Um, Shining Stars, we rescheduled. Yep, so we're rescheduling classes. Costume fees, yep. Summer camp, yep. Current students, yes. So we are requiring current students to audition for the dance team, mainly because we want everything to be, fair, on the up and up. But be clear, any dancer that comes in, especially for our senior dancers, they're pretty much the standard. That is what we're looking for dancers to be able to do, the technique, the ability. So that's what we're looking for, which is why we want all of the dancers to participate in the audition, because it allows us to be able to gauge where the other dancers are in comparison to the girls that we have already been training, and gives us an idea of what their training process may need to look like in case there are any gaps, or just to make sure that everybody is progressing at the same rate. So short answer, yes. Current students not comfortable performing may be excluded. Okay. So if I'm understanding correctly, if a kid is not comfortable performing in a class on stage, can they be excluded and just participate in the other? That's an interesting question. I don't think we've ever had that happen before. So we do encourage dancers to perform for every class that they are in. So for instance, if they have 2 classes, the expectation is for them to do 2 performances for the showcase. And you can, for the parent that's posting this question, you can feel free to contact me offline, and you and I can troubleshoot some things that may help build the confidence that we're looking for, so your dancer feels more comfortable participating in um, the performance or in our spring showcase, because I would love for all of our dancers to participate in the performance for every class that they are enrolled in. So you and I can talk offline, and we can troubleshoot some things if there's a conversation that needs to be had with the dancer to help them, feel more confident. We're definitely willing to do that, and I'm sure the teacher would as well. I may have missed it. Will it be wearing for pictures? Okay, so dancers will have 2 looks for our photo shoot. The first look is leotard and tights, and this is for dancers who are currently participating in ballet, jazz, and acro classes. If you don't have those items, that's totally fine. We have them in stock in our studio store. We can provide them for you. And so though that's the first look for that picture. The second look is going to be our main attraction showcase t-shirts. So that was already covered in your costume fee. So we'll get those in time for the photo shoot. The dancers then hold on to those t-shirts, because those will be the same t-shirts that we wear at the showcase as a part of their second costume. So the look for that is main attraction t-shirt up top, black bottoms or leggings down below with tennis shoes. And I will have more details about that in our April newsletter. As a reminder, that is also our standard for showcase. So bun or a puff at the top of their head with the ballet look, also with the t-shirt look. Yes, the camp changed from 175 to 195 for budgeting reasons. We're looking at making sure that we're able to run the camp in a way that doesn't cause a lot of extra stress for me. So yes, it did increase from 175 to 195 per week. Other questions? Checking in the chat, or if anyone needs to come off mute to ask their question. Making good time on our meeting. Any other questions? Okay. If nothing else, I am not going to hold you. Good people, thank you all so much for hopping on tonight's meeting. Reminder that the video recording of this meeting will be posted, will be posted on our YouTube page, and I'll share that link with you all. We will also be taking this next week to upload practice videos to our YouTube channel, which I will also share with you. You will have the link for tickets in the next week or so. I've already shared photo shoot order form, summer and fall plans, enrollment survey, and I think that's it. And then for once we are done with our popcorn fundraiser, it should take about 2 to 4 weeks for the products to be shipped to the studio. We'll give those out to you, and then tuition discounts will be calculated in May tuition. That is all I have for you, good people. If you have,
But I have a question.
yes,
Is Summer in Cleveland Heights or Shaker?
all of our classes are going to be at our Cleveland Heights location for summer.
The church.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else? Check the chat just to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Oh yeah, and then so I will also start posting or sending information about makeup classes as well. The first set of makeup classes will actually be this Tuesday. Let me see. Okay, so Tuesday, March 24th, we're gonna do our hip hop makeup classes, and I'll send those details to you all tonight, no later than tomorrow morning. And then the rest of them will start to roll in thereafter. All right. Last call for any questions before I end our meeting for the evening.
I'm sorry. What
Mhm.
time do you think we're gonna be meeting up for the makeup for the hip hop on Tuesday?
Most of our classes start around 5 or 5:30 because I know you all need time to like get off work, pick up kids and all that. So I'm thinking the hip hop one will be 5 to 5:45, and then hip hop 2, 5:45 to 6:30. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Of course.
Is there a way to change your payment method on the portal?
Yes, if you log into Parent Portal, there should be an option like when you go under the billing tab to if you need to change your card or add another card, it should allow you to do that under the billing tab.
I'm not seeing it. Okay.
Let me double check because I know I created a sample account. Let me see if it lets me do it.
Oh, okay. Save payment methods. You click on that and it lets you go edit it.
Okay, so you found it.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, good people. Janae, this headshot is just like just really giving, and I appreciate it so much.
Well, thank you. It's not giving right now, but thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's giving moo moo right now, but thank you, girl.
I really cannot with you. Oh my gosh. All right, good people. Thank you all so much for hopping on. This video should be available either a little bit later on this evening or tomorrow morning. And now I got to figure out how to fix my screen because my baby's broke my laptop. Amen. Have a good evening, everyone.